I'm out here hitting the streets.
Hashtag cancel George.
Now I'm hitting the door.
I am going on world tour.
Vlogging my out of here life. Hashtag cancel George. The live streams are boring me.
I'm going on my George world tour.
Heidi who?
I am leaving you.
Heidi who?
I am leaving you.
Hashtag cancel George.
I'm out here hitting the streets.
Hashtag cancel George.
Now I'm hitting the door.
I am going on world tour.
Vlogging my out of here life.
Hashtag cancel George.
Live streams are boring me.
I am going on my George world tour.
Heidi who?
I am leaving you.
Heidi who?
I am leaving you. I'm out here hitting the streets.
Hashtag cancel George.
Now I'm hitting the door.
I am going on world tour.
Vlogging my out of here life.
Hashtag
Cancel George.
live streams are boring me.
I'm going on my George world tour.
Heidi who?
I am leaving you.
Heidi who?
Hold on, I'm getting myself together here. Yeah. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, it's still too much of a reflection here going on. Let me get my pencil. Yeah, I just can't handle the reflection off the glasses. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Sarah is in the house. And as always, Fallen Center is in here. Good morning, guys. I wasn't going to do a live. I said I was going to try to break it down to twice a week to reserve energy as it's become more difficult to function. So I have to save my energies. But I also can't just stay in the bed all day for many reasons. Once you start staying down, and if I'm sleeping all the time, it's bad for my health too. And but there was a topic that I don't touch on too often, and that is the danger in the Philippines, and that's what today's live stream is about. Um, it's safe nowhere in the world, and I just want to say that right from the beginning. Just as dangerous in America as it is here. I've got a little bit of statistics, like basically a few Americans or their lives end here. I think they said average about 5 a year. And then if you compare to all the foreigners in America, Canada, Europe, that something happens to them, they get robbed, killed, something happens, the numbers are high there. And the reason I'm talking about it is because I've been here over 5 years. And back to back in a 48-hour period, there have been 2 murders here. And I just found out yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch Sunshine. He had covered one of them. I was like, snap. By the time I watched his, there was a second one. I do have some photos. One of them was a robbery out on the street. They just found the guy. I mean, nobody witnessed it and then called the cops. They found him later. And it was a young guy. And the other one was a marine biologist. Looks like a lot of his work was in '05. So he was still active, but some of his work was noted about 20 years ago. And he had a girlfriend, and that case just turned tragic. It just turned up. They said that she was raped. And I'm telling you, it looks like he was too. And I have photos of it. This to me is beyond foul play. I think there was something else going on. There is word on the street, allegedly, there could be involvement from the possible girlfriend. And this isn't me saying it, this is just what I keep reading and hearing. And they are heavily investigating that one. And so I'll get a little bit more into it. No George today, as you see. Uh, you can't force the unwilling or the willing either way. And today is his birthday, so don't forget to give your shout outs to George. He rewatches the lives later. It's kind of like where in the world was it Carmen San Diego, or where in the world is Dora or Waldo? George is all three of them mixed together. He is 64 years old today. So that's all right. I'll be 75 in another week. So I thought I would play the hashtag cancel George. There's Beignet, the mixed Siamese. Beignet, you still asleep? There's Mary. Come here, Mary. You want to say hi? Yeah, there's Beignet, the wannabe Siamese. Here, smell my finger. You nasty cat. You nasty cat. She likes to bite. Uh, it is very, very disturbing when we lose a fellow expatriate or an expat. And it looks like he's been here a while. Looks like he also was in an age gap relationship. Um, and the first one I'm going to talk about is the one that passed away more recently on July 12th. And then I will discuss the other one, Ray, that passed away on the 10th. Okay, so I'm going to go in there and say my highs and let the room build up. And so before I get into that, hey, Alicia. Yeah. Da, da, da. We'll put the support button up there for everything, anything, medical cats and birthday funds. Because we get messages throughout the week and they're like, well, put it up. There we go. And Sarah saying her highs. Hey, Roger, good morning. Yeah, I'm just going to start telling people I'm like 65 or something. Give an extra 15 years, 20 years. I'm 70 or something. I asked a kid one time that came to the door. That's when we were giving him pizza. And they were saying how old I was. And this was before I was sick. And the little kid had me up there, 65, 64. I said, close enough. I'm 60. And of course, I'm not. Looking at Hey, Slick Rick, good morning. Hey, Keith from Pittsburgh, what is going on? Dun, dun, dun. Let me bring up what we'll be covering. Let's see, Roger and them in there. I'm just reading through these messages. Looking good, doing better. About as good as it can get. A lot of people don't even know I'm sick. I mean, short of the dark circles and the pale skin, I have good days and bad days. So but I am so grateful and I look forward to something every day. I strive to help, still take care of the pets, which I think drives me, and doing the YouTube channel and speaking with people drives me. And I'm just not ready to give up. I've been on the meds with a few added in the last couple months, and I started a heavy vitamin regimen, cut out on the salt, watch my fluids, which helped quite a bit. I don't always feel like I'm drowning, but it's one day at a time. I'm happy to be here. I did not think I'd be seeing my 55th birthday next week, that's for sure. Neither did the doctors, neither did George's brother. So, for all the haters and trolls, man, I'm still here. I'm still standing 100%. Don't know. My mom had really bad cancer and had open heart surgery before that, survived that, and then had leukemia, cancer, and she got through that and the chemo, and then it was something as simple as her issues with her stomach. The Crohn's disease got her in the end, and they didn't think she'd be around more than a few months either, and she lived 5 or 6 years. So You never know, and you're always just blessed to be here. Who else is going to make George's egg sandwiches? Happy birthday to George, that little rascal. He's- there is no antics without George, even if he's not here all the time. XMX says happy birthday. And Alicia is saying happy birthday to. Oh, I guess it takes it down. It'll probably take it down again. Weirdly, yeah, that's the travel funds one. It's so weird how it takes it down. In this software Restream, it removes everything. Kind of weird. Slick Rick, happy birthday to George. Hey, Colorado is in the house. Have you guys seen the gush of vloggers? I mean, I know they're out there, and we've talked about how it went from a trickle to a flood when the country reopened a few years ago. But now I only watch a few vloggers myself, but when they pay advertisement or they get some decent numbers, one or the other. I believe they're paying ads. They're forced into our thing because we don't watch other expats. In other words, if you're watching the same thing all the time, the algorithm will feed them to you. But we don't. We watch game shows and reruns of old shows, and here lately they've been forcing a ton of them. Like I can't believe the number of new ones I see. And then it's like the same situation of um, Georgia probably crashed the live stream. By the way, he's out and about doing birthday boy stuff. Yeah, because Mary's standing by the front door. But like one guy's having a problem. He's building a fence around the house because of family and fighting with them. One guy, he calls him something. Wolf is his name. The guy has lost like 20 pounds recently, and he's super sick with some sort of stomach bug. But he's living alone. He's raising an ox or a carabao, and he's out in the province. I'm just seeing all kinds of things lately, and then it brings me into these two Americans. And we've said a million times about when you go out on the street, don't dress fancy, watch how much equipment you're carrying. And we've said all these things. And I guess I will cover this guy because he was actually robbed. So, yeah, shit, must be George is back. I figured he would show up just about the time. I didn't think he'd make it in here. So we'll have to give him a hard time. But it is a 35-year-old. Um, well, I got this backwards. Let me see if I can. No. Nope. There it is. So I will leave this part because I think that I only have one photo of this one. So I'm going to put this up real quick so you guys can get a better look. All right. So there's the American with his back dressed in all tan. And in a tandem on a motorcycle were two Filipinos that tried to yank his chain off of his neck. Not the first time I've heard this. And when they did so, they couldn't get it off. When they started to leave, they went back and just outright robbed him, shot him in the shoulder, shot him let's see. He resisted, and it said they shot him in the shoulder and then the head. They don't play around here. Some of them don't even wait that long. And it happened on July 10th. They found him. It wasn't like somebody was there and called right away. They found him later. But it was a jewelry snatching. And I'm like, when I think of other voices, dang man, how many times has Antics and other channels said, don't go out dressing fancy? They're going to assume you have money just because, you're an expat. Doesn't matter what country, what you look like, color, or anything, male or female. Me being heavy and female, they think I'm a billionaire or something. But you just can't do it. And this was extremely sad. And this is the one I believe Sunshine was covering the other day, and I appreciate him covering it. Um, and then, holy smokes, another one had actually happened. So let me. And then 2 days later, we have another one. So Another American has been shot dead in the Philippines. And this one is the mystery one, in my opinion. Dr. Kent Carpenter, U.S. Marine biologist, 73-year-old in an age gap relationship. And now we have her name. It's Irina, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Seems to be she's 34. So, and in this age gap relationship, I'm going to play you what I have here. I even have photos of his house. It doesn't look like I would have figured this guy would have been in a super nice house in a safer area. Slain marine scientists testified for the Philippines and the South Sea China. Okay, this was in '05, so they're bringing up a lot of old article on him. There's another one. But there are some strange things that I found really strange on the article. All right, here's where he lives. Evidently, he doesn't own a lawnmower, or little strange, but not strange at the same time. At least he had a fence. The guys evidently got over the fence. I think there was 100% beyond foul play besides just a robbery. Here he is. I'm assuming that the girl in the sweatshirt is the girlfriend, but there is the expat laid out. All right, this is what I find strange. How come Home Slice is butt up in the air with no pants on? What's up with that? I haven't heard anybody. I mean, this was in the paper today. I found only in the Philippines. Why? That is foul play if I've ever seen it. Don't say they stripped him down to embarrass him in front of his girlfriend. No, that boy got some. And the thing is there were a bunch of Filipinos talking and gabbing yesterday through Facebook, and they said that the girlfriend did get sexually assaulted. Oh, don't start no rumors and allegedly this and allegedly that. No, it is now this morning. It said that she was. She was. That sure looks like Home Slice was. Well, be honest, birthday boy. What's up with that? Why does the boy have no pants? Anybody?
Well, I tried.
We're gonna get demonetized anyways. So spill the beans. What's up? Sorry, don't say they were trying to embarrass him while they raped his girlfriend.
Well, the probability is it's obviously it's people that they know.
That's what I said. There's some major foul play.
And
This
what
isn't.
it is this is when somebody hates you that much in spite and they covet your partner.
They also are embarrassing him. This was a
Yeah.
final embarrassment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
this is something. Unfortunately, it's a real thing. Like let me are your partner while you're watching, and then I'm pretty sure they took down his pants to see if it's getting a hard on watching it happen.
They definitely. There's an age gap relationship. She's 34. They weren't like married or engaged. And they just broke in the house. They were watching TV. 11:30 at night too is when it happened. 11:30 at night.
Was
The
it
other guy was broad daylight. There are
was it a
two
real
Americans.
break-in or they opened the door?
None of that has been produced.
Yeah, then odds are that it's somebody
But
they
you
know.
know these photos that start to sneak out. That's usually it's an inside job.
Mhm.
Usually it's a family member, but somebody was angry. Somebody somebody borrowed some mayo or something. I don't know. They milked that cow all the way somewhere. So something's up, and I seen that, and I was like, "Wow!" Found that one on Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. So you always hear it first in in Philippine Antics. Sunshine covered this, and I found out yesterday through Facebook there was a second one, and I was like, "Oh, well, they probably already covered that." And then I went in, seen Sunshine covered the young guy got his chain snatched off of him,
Yeah.
and when he got his chain snatched off of him, um, it was in broad daylight, and he resisted. And I'm like, "How many times has Antics said, you know?" Well,
You got it.
because, one second. George getting his tablet out. Okay. We've said don't wear jewelry in public. Don't make the appearance you have all the extra money. They'll always assume because you're, a foreigner and the way you dress, you are who you are. For me, it's double, because of my size, age, and I'm a white female. They assume I'm a billionaire, just not a millionaire. And so when I seen Sunshine cover it, sure enough, when I looked it up, there's just another one within a 48-hour period.
You're white.
No, I'm Crystal. Damn rat
That's
bastard.
the strippers name.
Yeah, that used to be my name when I was stripping. Oh, you bullshit. George, George is, somebody tell George. So let me see. Okay. So here's the other one. They said they ramshacked the house. That's another thing. They totally tore up like they were looking for stuff. A lot of times, weirdly, and I don't know why, they steal passports and their documents. I don't know if they think they're hiding things or they're taking things, like some of them will reuse it and use the passport to make fake ones or to copy them. But I also think they do it to strip, like they don't think anybody will find out who they are, possibly. And I'm like, well, you got to apply some mafia tactics at that point if you're trying to make somebody real. So they ramshacked the place. And of course, that was the other gentleman. They had it on CCTV. I tried to find that. I'm sure if I went deep and dark on the web, like I did George last night, we would probably find it. But right now, they allegedly are trying to keep everything hush hush. But that sure looked like home slices butt up in the air like that, So there's a lot more out there. And so when it comes to safety, that is what is in question. You're just as safe here as you are in America, especially these days. And if you're a foreigner coming from the Philippines and going there, then you're probably double unsafe. So, but it is a little disturbing. But on the other hand, when I look at these cases, one, that guy could have avoided that by not having the neck chain when we got snatched to begin with. It doesn't mean he deserved to die. And there was probably some sort of mad at him. Hard saying they probably just let him in, like that couple that lived out in the province where the family. So
Oh wait. No, no. Yeah, let us know if the sound is fixed. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate your
yeah, it's
greetings.
probably it. Can't touch the mic at all. Yeah, it's probably after you move the mic, it kind of gets scratchy. Everybody, I told them to say happy birthday. A total of 9 people were killed over a 9-day time frame, and 10. The expatriate victims were Canada, Great Britain, United States. Yeah, there was a bunch back then too. No, I mean, when I say 3 to 5, that's on average. And yes, during different years, there are more. But if you consider in the US how many British people died, how many people from, Uganda died and all that, the numbers are really high. I get it's a bigger country. And of course, us in social media, we're going to amplify it. Someone was talking about how they hated vloggers. I said, I hate vloggers, and how it's all for clicks and this, and that, and also to cover the news as we always have. And hopefully, somebody will learn from this to be a little bit more careful of who you trust and who you let in. And you do have to, in another country, you have to double down on safety. So Heidi. Hi, Heidi. I sincerely wish all expats that are planning to come to the Philippines will listen to you first. I just seen a Filipina and like she doesn't have like anybody expat in the family. She was just talking about she just got robbed and jumped recently at in Manila airport. Like, a lot of people don't realize, they think this is only on the occasion. And that airport is a hot mess, is it not?
Yes.
And unfortunately, people, some of them aren't even really cab drivers, and people just get in their cab and you'll never see them people again. But, there are sick people everywhere. And, oh, I have no idea. He said Mark Dyson was the murderer. Uh, Juan Servino killed 58 people in the Philippines over a 10-year period. I have no idea who that is. Just, is that a rebel? Or, I mean, we're not going to get into rebel talk still.
Yeah, still, I'm trying not to move it too much.
Try it again. Can you guys still have it? Let's get a sound check. Yes, I did see the nightclub thing. Did you see the nightclub thing in Bangkok? Where it looked like a dragon, man. Did you see any of that, George?
No.
Okay, there was a bad fire in a club. What was it, 27 people? They claimed there was only one way in and one way out. That seems to be where everybody was coming out of, and it was just shooting fire, which, in my opinion, was a gas pipe of some sort, or more than likely it was a gas tank. They don't really run a lot of lines like that in Asia. It was probably a tank, but it was crazy. Yeah, I did see that. Happy birthday, George. Told him you was 63 today. Shout out. Black Grandpa is in the house. Heidi and George at Antics. Be different. We're emphasizing on expats. He's talking about the massacre that happened in '09. So, oh, you're saying it did include journalists and media workers. So I didn't know they were foreign. Filipino. You remember, George? I mean, he wasn't here. It was just you can't see it. The Maguando. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Maguindanao.
Yeah, was that all? Was that part foreigners? You need to get down.
I don't remember any foreigners, but that was back then, though.
Happy birthday! Hey,
Oh, thank you.
Ted is in the house. What is up? Northern California. When I was a kid, one Corona sodomized and killed 25 people with machete over time. My babysitter's husband dug up the bodies. Ooh,
Holy crap.
wow. An estimated 500 to 1,200 foreign nationals and expatriates have been victims of homicide or murder since 1992. That seems a little high. I tried to get statistics. It seems high that many would be gone. What do you think? How long's that been? 30,
No,
34 years? It's possible.
that's very possible.
But probably compared to the foreigners lost in America, it's a small amount, ratio of how many people are in the country.
Well, not to mention, there's back then it was way worse. What I'm saying is, it was way, way worse.
Can we get a sound check? I don't want to find out this was staticky the whole time. We'll just unplug you and.
Well,
share the same
nobody
mic.
said anything.
Yeah,
I did
because ain't
that.
nothing worse than.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is back then, like, when they say don't go to Mindanao, don't go to Mindanao. Now, when they say don't go to Mindanao, certain areas you don't go to. You know what I'm saying?
The Chinese took out the marine biologist. They don't take losing lightly. Oh, I don't know about that. Whatever he did was, there was something that happened back in, I just said 2005, but I didn't think it had anything to do with that. Yeah, it was just, I don't have that. I didn't think it was anything bad. I thought it was a good thing. I could be wrong. And I don't think they'd wait 20 years, but then again. 75 to 150,000 foreign nationals and expats have been victims of crime or accused of committing crimes. Okay, I believe that for sure. Ted does say happy birthday. Right. He pissed off too many fishing villages. Let's see. No comments. Wow, I lost all the comments. Until somebody comments. No, there they are. Wow, it took all that time to come back. Sorry, guys. Comments are spinning out.
Just like Rick says, it's a little scratchy.
Can't help that. Every time you're not here and then you come back and you use that and it's not been fixed and you don't fix it in between, you get that issue. So, let's see. Yes, I heard this from Philippine Antics, and I'm grateful to you, George and Heidi. A big happy birthday to George. Hello, Heidi in room 106 right now. Yeah, as of a minute ago, still a problem.
Yeah, just. I said something.
Yeah, I said you just unplug it. It doesn't help that you're playing with all those buttons. It's probably best just to unplug because you're not going to correct it.
You do realize that you have to make sure I'm plugging the right one, right? That's why I'm following the wire.
You could have just disconnected it from that side. So I don't know. We'll see if you can hear us both. I mean, I know you'll still hear George because his mic's been off before. Well, you are rich there, making a combined 2,000 a month. Is that about what Phil MD makes? I have no idea. Who's Phil MD? I have no idea who that is. Any idea? In the province, maybe? Have no idea. You're combining a name. I have no idea. Are you talking about doctors? Philippine
I think that's what
medical doctors? No. Most of them do not make, 120,000 pesos a month. If you're a specialist, you can. If you're just working simple clinics and stuff, no, they don't make that kind of money. It's still, if you're making the 2 grand a month combined income here, it still just puts you at middle upper class. But they said 70% of the Filipinos are living paycheck to paycheck. But man, do they sure spend money. It doesn't, that other 30% must be millionaires each year. They must be like really combining some money with the amount of cars. They had a smart car. They're wanting $400 or $500 a month payment. There are condos all over the place here, and they're saying, "Oh, it's only $25,000 a month." Oh, only 25,000. It's still a lot of money. If you're making 100,000 pesos and paying out 25,000 for a condo, that's insane. And it wouldn't be common for a Filipino to make 100,000. So I have no idea. And there's not that many foreigners either. So I try to figure it out, but the real estate market is upside down here. And I have no idea. We had this way officially when it got unplugged. If not, then mine has a problem. Well, the Philippines is still a paradise. It's still got a lot of beautiful things, a lot of beautiful people. It's kind of like, all people judge America. based on what the government's doing, or vice versa, what all Americans do there, that all American women are bad, that all Filipinos are bad. And you can't base it all on that, but you need to do your own discretion, like your own research. You just can't keep basing it off these hundreds of vloggers that are here, because the only interest they have is themselves. That is the truth. I just seen somebody's live stream this morning that you guys are probably even watching, and they're like, "Oh, I like how you keep it real and you tell it like it is." I'm like, "Well, bullshit. This is just a copy of everybody else. I'm keeping it real since Sunshine Shoulders. I'm keeping it real. You ain't keeping it real. It's a joke." I mean, it's like an irritation and a half when I keep seeing that. It's like you're just going through an experience. Your ass never leaves. Your ass never left anywhere to go anywhere in America, and you were just trashed there. And then you arrive here, and you're some big man on campus because you make three times what the people do in your neighborhood, and you flex a little bit, and then you get on YouTube cussing up a storm. And that's not how this person is in person. They're a pussycat, and then they go flexing everywhere, and it's like, just come here and find out for yourself. I wouldn't say that it's a lie. It's got issues. Hey, chosen one's in the house. Hey, look at that. Say something, George.
No, and a lot of these bloggers, they have the tourist syndrome. That's what I call it. It's they're not here long enough to know. To be honest with you, in fact, a lot of these expats, you really don't know, and the reason I'm not saying that they're dumb. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
It's
I say they don't know. They don't have experience because a lot of them just go to the bars and go home. In the end, they
right
don't
around their
know
bike, the same
what's really going on
neighborhoods.
around them.
Yeah, and I ain't got no room to speak. I mean, the last 6 months, I've definitely been homebound, and I slowed down more than a year ago. But if I was in America, I wouldn't be beating it around my neighborhood, anyways, guys. I'm doing the same thing I would be doing in the US right now.
No,
But
a lot of people do what we do if they're retired. Period. I mean, it doesn't matter what
yeah.
age they are or what bracket they are. They usually, well,
What?
some of them still are,
Well,
of
come
course.
here.
But
What is your
you guys
problem?
get, I don't know. She's very loving right now.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Abby? Here. What do you want to say?
Abby says she wants a new sister.
No. You want to say hi? And here's the one that got pinned under the car. Here, you can go somewhere. Mary's trying to get to you. Good morning. Brian is in the house. I was just watching Lit's video about makeup or not, and I'm like, she's beautiful anyways. She's beautiful. And it is a mess to
Hey, Brian.
decide, whether you're going to. I used to have my nails done all the time in America, and I used to wear X amount of makeup. And with the heat here and staying busy, and now especially,
Just remember, they're one not accustomed to.
all the certain acrylic nails. Well, they do the acrylics here. They're different. It's a different
Well,
set
what I'm
here.
saying is you have to be specific. If you don't say anything, it's their one day now.
Yeah, check the mic, check the mic. Yes, the mic. Okay. But how is it sounding now? 76 Fahrenheit. It's 80. It's got up to 81 right now, but it's only been getting to 80 something, but it's been full humidity. Muy bien. What is going on? Your boy's speaking Spanish. Say something in Spanish and don't say the word Spanish. ¿Cómo está
Hola,
usted?
cómo estás, amigo?
Ask him, how much is that banana?
Mi
Price of the banana. It's been a while. I know. We've been in Mexico, and he was using Spanish on a daily basis. Abby,
she's very needy. Right now.
well, she has been, but when she jumps on me in the hospital bed all day, I push her down. Black Grandpa, Heidi, did you see the nightclub? Oh, yeah, I answered that. Yeah. Getting murked, yeah, in the Philippines is beyond embarrassing. Abby, I'm telling you, I'm about to smack the black off of you. And notice I didn't say white. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm about to smack your mask off. What is your problem?
She's
Thank
very
you.
needy today.
No, she is. What, you got something to say? Happy birthday, Ronald is in the house.
Thanks, Ronald.
I don't know how that is said by Raggiano. It's almost like an Italian name. Biraggiano. Thank you. He's an old man. I'm going to have to trade him in. I thought about that the other day. Two 18-year-olds. Someone to do my dishes and laundry.
Right.
Yeah, it's not going to be pleasant on a rewatch of this. I mean, we get the other half of our watchers after the fact, and I hate nothing more irks me and makes me want to quit YouTube than bad equipment that can't get right. And I'm getting tired of replacing things like these lines. This will probably be the third time we've
Well, it's
replaced that.
probably the cat. A cat probably got to it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to throw that in the
They're
car.
probably like there's probably a short somewhere that we can't see.
Yeah, and that happens. It gets bent. They get up there and chew on it and stomp on it. Good morning. Did you get rebuilt? I have no idea. Just reading through the comments where you guys are
no,
talking.
They're talking about
I've been here,
themselves.
just been observing George's happy birthday. Sent you a gift. Oh, thank you,
Thank you
Ronald.
so much, Ronald. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll put George in a grab and send him to the mall.
Right.
Okay, it says sounds better. It's probably because gato, yeah, cat. Happy birthday, George. Mine is on the 30th. Mine's in a week. Um, and so yeah, today's topic has been about two expats that have recently become unalived or murdered. And it does look extremely suspicious on the other one. Try to see if I can find one of the millions of articles that are in there. There were so many of them. I'll find one here. You could say something. And then,
No, it's just awkward without the mic.
okay, well, not my fault. I've said a million times to fix it. So, oh wow, this changes by the moment. So let me tell you what's being put on here now. Distinguished American marine biologist. That was not in front of it earlier, but now they're putting distinguished. He's not so distinguished now, is he? And I'm just saying that because they stripped him of his pants and everything. Dr. Kent Carpenter, 73, was shot and killed by masked intruders in Negros Oriental. You notice everything's in Negros? Or they got black. The one that was up the stream, Sunshine Shoulders, another couple. It just seems like it's either Dumagetti or Cebu, or it seems to be Negros. Everything, oh boy. It says that they took, now this is new, they said they took his laptop, backpack, and cash, and they're hunting three men. And then on July 10th, the 35-year-old American known as Ray there was a holdup in Roselle. Before that was April 19th, two Americans were unalive during a clash between government troops down in Negros Occidental. They said that they were part of the regime or something. They joined or something. And then before that, they're mentioning Elliot Eastman. And of course, we covered him where we still feel it was an inside job with the family. And he was loaning money out and doing those loans and he was vlogging several times a day. And they came in, took him out of the house, and so we had covered that back in 2024. But yeah, I mean, a lot to process. So, yeah, what's with the cats?
Oh, he loves the strings.
Hey, good morning, Victoria. What is going on? Hey, hey. Yeah, cool. Columbia is cool. Unfortunately, you got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to keep your head on a swivel anywhere. That's the insane part. But I hear you. Was it Columbia? I think it was. They were showing another expat, an older guy, talking about how cheap everything was. It was a really, when I say old, I think the guy was over 80. And he was going on and showing his background where the water was really close and he was in an up high condo. But he was going on, I said, and then when I was reading the article and reading the comments, there were people saying, when is somebody going to tell him about how the cartel comes down and swoops those areas looking for expats and stuff? I'm like, oh goodness. uh,
No, there's a 12-second lag when you put up a comment from there to here. That's why I read over there.
uh, Victoria says, happy birthday, George, and have
Thank
a
you,
great
Victoria.
day. Well, that's what they're saying. He said she was in on it. Why shoot him and not her? They said that she was assaulted herself. But honestly, that could, I mean, I'm just saying allegedly that could be set up too. They just, whoever was the other person could have just had sex with her right there in the house and then said she got assaulted or something. But something weird flipped from what I was reading yesterday to see the man with his pants down. And I found a photo of that. That was the wild part for me. And I'm like, no, this is beyond anything going on with China and the rumors and just being robbed.
Either way, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's I don't care if you're the birthday boy or not. Just keep your lips off of my drink. That's my coconut water and what do they call that? That berry. It's probably not very sweet. It's
It tastes more like coconut water to me. If you didn't, if I was just wondering what the color was.
it's pure berry. It's in like an extract of what do you call that? Asi, or however you say asi, and blueberries and raspberry or something. It's a pure juice that has no sugar in it. And I add some
Acai.
potassium to. It's like my electrolyte in the morning.
Acai.
Aki.
Acai. Acai.
Aki,
It's the
aki.
acai berry. It's acai. But
I
anyway,
promise you, no one cares. Develop us blames you. Yeah, just being honest. Yeah. Well, we have figured that out. You know what? You're right, Bookham. Out of all the ones we've seen in the last couple years, we always felt there was foul play going on in the inside of any of these. Oh, by the way, do you guys remember that we covered that priest they claimed that was here in the Angel City area? And remember him? And they said a bunch of the girls got out, and when they came back, they accused him of molestation, and we went through all of that. And he was being backed by a lot of big businesses and stuff. He's still in jail. They just showed him recently. They still got him in jail for that stuff.
seriously.
We told you guys if you go down for somebody, you'll get where Filipinos or Filipinas will just report you. Like these were just sore teenagers that wanted to go out after 8 o'clock at night to hang out with boyfriends, and when they couldn't, and they put a tall fence up, they blamed him for molestation, and they still never got a straight story, and he's still in jail. I couldn't believe it. I seen that the other day. It blew my mind. So Hillbilly, we didn't miss the pro life traveler. I don't know why people keep mentioning him. We know all we know is what everybody else knows. He moved on to another country, and people are claiming he's doing the same thing. We looked at one video, and I didn't see anything, nor do I even give a shit. We covered him because he was national news, and so did everybody else. To me, I don't like his vlogging. I can't get past a few things. There's certain vloggers that just irk the shit out of me. and especially now they do. But we were never regular watchers. When we cover somebody, it doesn't mean we're regular watchers. So
Right, and there's some that are like what it is. It's what Heidi's saying, in my opinion. What I mean is the people tend to watch what they see themselves with. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, people who watch us are the ones that plan to do the same thing we do, just hunker down and keep it cool, lay low, and just chill.
like we would in
And
America.
like say people who watch pro life travel, they want to emulate what he does.
Yeah, or Philly living out on
Right.
Shergal, or we watch Chub Dub C. I like watching him drive around town. Now he's my eyes. So he rides around Angeles City like when Brian did. I watched him. He was walking all over the neighborhoods. I was like, let him do the walking. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
thank you.
Exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So people watch, and I believe more than 50% are just fans. They like those people. You'd have to. And I'm sorry, I'm not a pro. I can't get past his accent. I don't like the way he manhandles his woman. I don't like any of that. So you can't, only you have to. Birds of a feather flock together.
Right.
Minus this pigeon here.
So that's how it works. That's what I was getting at, and that's what Heidi's basically saying.
Yeah. So let's see. Just you guys are in there talking with each other. So I don't have a whole lot to say about anything else. Birthday boy.
Yeah, Black Grandpa says Sunshine is always bragging about how safe Negros Occidental is. He ain't giving the straight facts, and he got boots on the ground.
Where was that? See, that's totally missing from here. See, did that get held?
Well,
See, it's not even here.
you have to remember it's a matter of perception. It's kind of like me and Heidi again living in Mexico. And did we feel safe? Yes. Do I know it's safe? No.
And
You know
there
what
were
I'm
other
saying?
people that had incidences.
Could
So
Yeah, exactly.
everybody's
Right. But
experiences.
the it's written on the wall. What I'm saying is, and I mean literally. For example, when we were in Mexico, did we get harassed? Did we get? Yes, we did. Did we get extorted? Yes, they tried. Um,
They tried, and what I say, George says, I think we should give them the money. I said, oh hell no.
no, I just pretended I didn't understand the lick of Spanish. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, could we have a vlog like, oh yeah, Mexico safe, Mexico? Well, we didn't, and also keep in mind that I actually didn't post it, but a lot of the houses have bullet holes in them. So when
Right.
I said it's literally written on the walls, that's your writing right there. Just saying.
So these vloggers are the ones that go around cutesy. I think the one that I don't know. I just you know I just think about the ones that do nothing but cutesy stuff, or they're so. It's not that they're really into the culture. This is all to be paid. If you took their payments away, they would stop. You could tell it in the vlogger that they're only doing it and participating based on that they're being paid and they're in the limelight. And it doesn't do anybody any good when they're constantly smiling, like these expat Western women that I know you know, that are raising kids in Makati that are going on about how wonderful every single thing is. But they never say anything. Even in those areas, there's issues. And it's like, I know they're running into problems, but they're not going to mention that because their channels are only wanting to see glee and how well things can go smooth. It doesn't fit the other people's narrative as these rich people if they see a bump. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you don't like with me not being sick, how I fucking treat George, how I don't give a rat's ass. I am the original I don't give a fuck blogger going on here. It's like we don't get paid enough to lie about shit. We don't get paid enough to do anything any direction. There hasn't been 1 month that we've made money and it's like, you know what, Bings, we did this and that. Let's go ahead and lie a little bit more. And we just do us. And they're doing people a disservice, like this guy with the chain. It's insane that he didn't even. That should have been common sense.
Don't be flashy. Trust me, they look. I still even if I'm not dressed up, people look at me up and down. It's like they
Hmm.
size me up. They're like, "Who's this guy? How much money does he have?" Don't don't be flashy.
And don't trust everybody. I told George, don't even trust me. People and your own family and your own spouses and kids can turn on you in 2.2 seconds. That'll go for this marine biologist. Evidently, something went wrong, and his Filipina should have known something. I'm sorry. She's 34 years old. Who knows how long? It'll
Oh,
all
that's
come
all.
out eventually. It'll all eventually come out what happened. And they didn't even say how they broke in. This will all start to come out. It'll be a few days. I was wanting to wait a few more days because I said I was only going to do the live streams on Monday and Fridays now, unless something come up. And then, of course, something came up, and that's too many Americans gone. And of course, you got the ones in there cheering in the comment section, "Yay, two more vlogger or two more Americans gone." Not vloggers, they would hope they were vloggers, but I don't know. A lot to think about. You guys don't trust anybody. Trust your own instinct. Take your own steps, because the only somebody that's going to look out after you is you. In the end, your Filipino could leave you, your Filipina can leave you, your family could leave you. A lot of these guys think they've got things that are secure and in a bag, and their family just fucks them over while they're over there. Oh, I'll get your mail, I'll do this, and I'll send you your money, and then they stop. There was a woman that left a message that her dad was up there and he's got a girlfriend here. And let me say how the story went. I guess he was going back and forth to the US with major medical issues. He ended up dying here of a stroke or something the last 6 months that he was here. But he was back and forth and had this girlfriend. And I don't know if she was married to him or just a girlfriend. Anyways, the sister in America dealt with the girlfriend about a policy, and she paid for the policy in the Philippines. Why would you do that? For it to be on her father if she would split half the money with the daughter. And I said, "Well, you just sunk your own ship, and now the girl won't give up the money, and now she's calling her a scammer and all this other stuff. She killed my dad." I'm sorry, you can't trust nobody. You can't trust the girlfriend. You can't trust your woman. And then here he is. He just died. They said, so much going on.
Yeah. Like Patricia says, no good deed goes unpunished in the Philippines. Well, that's everywhere in the world. But what I'm saying is, I got taken more advantage more in the U.S. But either way,
Yeah.
what basically is a concrete thing would say about no good deed unpunished is unpunished. That's why kind of even steer Heidi from being nice to certain areas, because I even say, like, don't do that here. Don't, like, how you give gifts to strangers, that kind of deal. There's certain people, not I'm not being specific. I'm talking about in general. There's certain people that when you give them a gift, they'll start your mind starts going, what can I do? What can I get out of this loser, or this sucker? What can I do? Where do they live? Can I do this? Can I do that to them? No, I'm serious.
Yeah. If you give them an inch, most
Correct.
people will take a mile.
Correct.
And me and George both over the years have given time, money, and things. And it does seem the more you do, the more they will
Yes.
quickly turn
They'll
on you.
they'll
We're,
take
on a
advantage of
spring
you,
chicken
and you're the bad guy.
when you
Seriously,
stop.
they'll
And
make
that
it.
will happen in the
They'll make the
Philippines.
neighborhood
So,
hate you because you're the bad guy now. It's
and especially here in the Philippines with Filipinos, the moment you're no longer useful and you're giving money and giving them things all the time, that's one thing. That's like that guy. I was telling them that our feed has been flooding with new expat vloggers, and we don't really watch any. I think they're paying for advertisement, so they're being forced into our
yeah,
feed. And one of them is doing a land fight. He was constantly helping his, family and everything else. And now that he's not giving money and giving rides and all that, now they're fighting him over the land. And we said, don't build your place on family land. And more than likely, the land wasn't even theirs to begin with. Now he's building concrete. It's one of those. It's a large plot of land, And then he puts himself in the middle. Now he's got to build a whole wall around to keep the rest of the family out. It's a
Yeah.
hot mess.
Just remember, guys, if they can't milk the cow, they turn it into beef. You know what I'm saying?
You're a target, man.
True story.
I just got home from a call center from the Philippines. Oh, I just got let's see, I just got from a call center from the Philippines. Oh my goulet. Her English was perfect. She wanted to know if I want
Oh, damn.
for neuropathy. Oh shit. Right?
That doesn't sound right, but it's not like how it sounds. It just sounds funny.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Victoria.
Oh, thank you, Victoria. Appreciate you.
We'll be sure to get some salad for George today.
Some salad.
Some salad.
Salad and sashimi. I'm joking.
No, we appreciate it, guys. You guys been very, very generous. Guys, I think we're going to wrap this up early. I'm pretty much all talked out on the topic, and today's his birthday, so I'm going to give him his birthday spankings when this is over.
Right. Unless you want it. Oh, hi, Mary.
No, leave Mary alone. Oh yeah, you drugging the dog, did you? All right, that's it, guys. Happy birthday to George,
Love
and
you guys.
thank you for
so
dropping
much for
in.
everything.
And we will see you in
Thank
a
you,
couple
Ted. Thank you, Ronald.
days.
Thank you,
Sarah.
Sarah.